Well, good morning everyone. It is May 1st, 2026 and the trees look very springy, but the thermometer says otherwise. It's a bit cold at the moment, so what I'm going to do is we're going to do some garage projects. The fun part about that, or one of them, is the Harley's home. We brought Black Beauty home last night. The Triumph here is all done. I'm not going to be doing any more with that for now. I'll probably do a little show and tell on the trip machine bags. But this is the focus of my attention today, is going to be Black Beauty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a new screen on because I want it a little higher than the 8-inch that we bought. We'll get into that a little bit further. And then I'm also going to be putting some Hogworkz turn signals up here and LED lighting. So that's going to be a fun little project. And a few other bits and pieces too, little chrome touch on the fairing, which is actually over here. So I don't know how well you can see this, I'm holding my camera, but we're going to have a nice chrome insert here, and then around the top here, it'll make more sense when we do it. We're going to have these Hogworkz parts put on. So I'm going to grab some coffee, turn on some heat, and by that I mean the propane heater, let it warm up a little bit, and we'll get right on it. And it's coming up right after this. Alright, the heat's on, that's a good thing. Just taking the chill off a little bit. It's about, what, looking like it's 54 degrees right now, which is doable because I've got a nice thick hoodie on. So we'll go over to the bike and show you what we've got going on today. First of all, I had to recut an insert for this because the previous owner had put a tall screen on that I couldn't see over, and it was difficult when it fogged up, and it was actually, because it was tinted, very dark tint, it was inhibiting my night vision a little bit, so that was a problem. So we've got a different screen to go on. We'll deal with that a bit later on. So that was put in, there was a kit that came from Amazon actually, and I put a little bit of epoxy right here just to sort of keep that plastic together, because it actually split the plastic because of the Loctite that he'd put on the screws before. I'll show you that kit on my phone. So this kit I just ordered from Amazon. You just take these little brass inserts, you screw them onto here. Let's go, GoPro. So you take these brass inserts, you screw them onto here, and then you screw this into the hole where the previous insert was. Very easy. I don't need to demonstrate that. You can understand that, I'm sure. So again, these are the parts. There's a little chrome trim for the fairing, which is going to go right there. It's got some 3M tape on it, and then of course the big one, which I should have taken out before I started the camera. So this is the Hogworkz Lumipro LED windshield trim, and this actually has running lights, and it will have turn signals as well. So a little bit of visibility up front. Comes with some extensions here, which I'll show you how that all goes together when we get to it. I'm going to be doing all the video work myself today because Kelly's at work, so it's going to be a little tricky doing a lot of this with one hand. We'll see how we get on. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to remove the turn signals. These two bolts, these acorn nuts here, which I believe are 1/2 inch, those are going to have to come off each side, obviously, so we can feed the wires through that's going to send power up to the windshield trim. So we'll get on that first. Okay, so the two acorn nuts are off. This just pulls around. Obviously I've covered the front fender because that's metal. And this is the combined passing lamps and turn signal bracket. So what you're going to have to do now is unclip that. So that's unclipped. Just going to set it somewhere safe for the moment. And now repeat on the other side. So here's the second one off. Set that down as well. So what you'll have is these two flat connectors exposed on both sides. You can see that? Don't have a huge amount of light here. So what we'll do is we'll take this Hogworkz trim. We're going to undo those two little ties that are on it, and then we'll set it in place. Okay, so we're going to take this, it's kind of a Y splitter that came with it, and that splitter clips into the main feed that would feed into the turn signals coming from the bike, and then this will break out one for turn signals and then one for your windshield trim. So we'll go ahead and do the other side. Okay, so once you've installed the pigtail, you're just going to push it all back through this same hole and just leave enough here to connect to your turn signals. Alright, so that's that part done, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the GoPro necklace back on and hopefully I get a decent angle for you. Again, it's tricky when you're doing this on your own. There's not a huge amount of light here, but hopefully you'll get the point. It's very straightforward, very simple, just plug and play pretty much. The connectors at this end, I might put a dab of dielectric grease in there. The main end that plugged into the main bike harness had a rubber seal around it, so you don't really need to do that, I don't feel. So we'll do that, I think, just to put some dielectric around it. The other end of the harness of that Y splitter, it's just visible here as it came back through that hole, which will be tucked nice and neatly inside the fairing. Same on this side. Everything's really accessible, simple job. And what we've got to do now is figure out how to get all of this wiring connected and then just sort of cable tied up neatly. It does come with cable ties, and there are some sticky pads that also came with it. You know, those little pads you stick on and mount a cable tie to, and you can place them wherever you feel it necessary. So for the moment I'm going to click off and tidy up this wiring. Now, just to make sure that I've cable tied this down sort of in the right place, is I place this on here over the inserts, and I'm running this down. I put some cable ties here. They give you 3, but you're going to probably need more than that, so use your own. And what I've also done is I've connected this up both sides, of course, and I'm going to do a test. And this is just something I picked up off of the Hogworkz channel itself, and I think Laura Biding Bike have done a video on this too. Both of them in way better detail than I'm doing, so go and check their videos out. But what they say is before you put all the fairing back on is to check and make sure everything's working correctly, which makes perfectly good sense. So we'll do that. Alright, so I've reattached the turn signals, clipped everything up, and now the moment of truth. Now, as you can see, lights are working fine, and this is the new light. We'll try the turn signals. There we go. Well, I like that, eh? It's pulsing. I prefer that over the white dots. You get dots that trace. I preferred the solid bar. That was just me. Oops, kicking stuff. And we'll try this side too. There we go. I'll do a test with the lights off once we're all done, with the shop light off, that is. So we'll go ahead, tighten up the turn signals, and then get ready to put the fairing back on. Well, happy. Alright, so we've got the wires routed sort of where we want them. It's going to come through this little gap here where there's this little weather strip here. and that's where that wire is going to feed down. We've done that. Cable tied it up nice and neat inside. Same on this side. Don't forget to plug your headlight in, by the way, too, because you'll miss that. So what we'll now do is we're going to secure the fairing, and there are bolts this side. Now if you've done this before, this is nothing new for you, but just thought I'd show it to you if you haven't done it before. There are bolts for this side down here, and the same on the other side. There are long ones for the top and shorter ones for the bottom, and I'll just show you those bolts quick. Again, I apologize for the light. It's just I should have brought my ring light in with me, but I forgot, so I'll show you that real quick. So I've got these two long ones that will go at the top, and these two short ones that will go down below. Don't mix those up, because if you put these long ones down below, screw them up tight, you're probably going to punch through your fairing and you'll be very, very unhappy with yourself. So we'll get those in. So what I've done is I've just spun these in by hand. I'm not tightening them down yet. Obviously we've got the bottom ones to go, but there's also a weather strip down here that you want to make sure you've not moved out of place. You want to make sure that that's sitting right on the weather strip there. Okay, so this is the Hogworkz 10.5 inch screen. The one I just took off was the 8, I think, maybe 8.5, I can't remember, it was 8. I might have said Hogworkz again when I was referring to the screen. We've got Hogworkz and Hogworkz, and I'm old and I get confused easily. So if I did, I apologize. But we're going to try this on the bike, see what it looks like, and hopefully, with any luck, I get the wind protection that I'm looking for. One of the issues I was having was I wasn't getting a very good clean airstream. My helmet was getting buffered around. If I had my visor up, it was getting beaten up pretty good. So hopefully this will take care of that. I just had to lift my camera there, sorry. So we'll see what we got. So I'm just going to set this in. I'll leave the plastic on for now in case something bad happens. But there you go, that's right in. Boy, that was easy. Okay, so I'm now sitting on the bike, and I like the position of this. Now, of course, this is just my camera angle. This is not in any way a gauge of how to set a screen up properly. You should take a straight edge from your nose. You've seen them in all the videos. You should do it properly. But for me, the last screen I had previous to that 8 was a really tall one that came up. I was looking through it, and every time it got foggy, or because it was tinted, it actually inhibited my night vision. I couldn't see through it, and I was leaning around it like this, trying to watch for deer and things. So this is actually perfect for me. I think I'm 5'11", and this is an ultra limited, and the 10.5 Hogworkz screen seems to be the way to go for me. It's looking like it's about at nose height. I think I could duck down behind that if I had to, if there's rain hitting me hard. But just normal everyday riding, I can see over it just fine. I don't know what the wind buffeting is going to be like. We're going to have to try that and find out ourselves. But I do think it's going to be better than the 8, because like I said, I was getting that flapping of my visor as I was riding along, which was really annoying. Plus it wasn't clean air. And no, I'm not much of a music listener while I ride, but it was difficult to hear the music at times. So if I do decide to put the music on, at least there's a standard chance of hearing it. So anyway, that remains to be seen. Let's go ahead and get this project all finished up. Okay, let's go ahead and get these screws in. Now this was my trouble side. This was the one that I had to redo completely. Now, I'm going to say this. I shouldn't have to say it, because you know what they say about common sense. But don't lock tight these screws in, whatever you do, because you're only going to end up with a problem like stripping the bloody nutserts out, or inserts out, whatever you want to call them. Don't do that. You are not doing yourself any favours at all by putting Loctite on these screws. Now let's move that around a bit, and we've got to get this in place. This is the part I do not like. I don't like, you don't want to be cranking down too hard on these, good people. Yeah, I know I should have a T-bar Allen, but I've only got them in metric. We'll be all right, as long as I don't hit the fairing with it. So it just takes a little bit of moving around and setting, getting how you like it. This one's going to fuss with me a little bit. I don't like that gap there. Like I said, these inserts you've got to be so careful with. There we go. Not fond of that gap in the washer. I don't like these washers. Hogworkz. Clockworks, I don't like your washers. But I think for the most part, I think that looks all right. Get my fingerprints off, finish tightening it down, and then we'll come back and take a final check. So everything's tightened down. I'm just going to go through and wipe my paw prints off, realign these because I had to turn these to get the fairing off, so get these aimed again correctly. My insert fix there seemed to work. Whether it pops out while we're riding, I don't know, but I just hate the fact that that broke out of there. But I think everything's nice and tight, quite happy with everything. I'll do a test ride and I'll get back to you on how I feel about the Clockwork screen at the 10.5 inch height. Just tidy up generally. Go and get another cup of coffee. Take the bike out for a ride. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Please do give us a like and subscribe. It's always appreciated. Take care.